Oh, hi there, and welcome back to Minecraft. We're here in the 1.18 solo survival world, and this is episode 3. Now, in the last episode, we were quite busy. We got some things sorted out, but mainly we cleared out this area down here so that we can start building. Well, a bit later on this episode, actually. We're going to finally get around to getting rid of this temporary farm and starting to get a more permanent farm down there. If we get time, we'll also look at clearing out some of this area down here so we can match this one. It's an interesting layout of space, so it's going to be fun to clear this out anyway. But first, I want to come down here, because in the last episode, we also found a cave spider spawner, and I think it's time that we turn that into an XP farm. Before we get started, I just want to grab a couple of iron tools, mainly because I've got the diamond tools, which are great, but obviously we haven't got many at this point, so I kind of don't like the idea of losing them. I don't want to break them and lose them forever. I always like to have one set of gear that sort of gets me from start to finish. So until we get to a point where we can keep them going forever, we're going to need to just get some temporary ones. So we need to come in here and we need to start by lighting this place up. Now that's done and we got rid of all the cobwebs as well, we need to clear out some space. So I've marked 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks that way, 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks that way, 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks that way, and 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks that way. Need to clear out all this space and then we can continue. We also need to clear out 2 blocks above the spawner, 1, 2, and 3 below, 1, 2, 3. And that is the basic shape cut out. Now, I kind of want to take it a little bit further. We've obviously got some gaps. We've got a hole in the ceiling there, a hole in the floor there, one hole here, one hole there, and yeah, it doesn't look very good. So I'd like to actually take it one step further. I would like to take away one extra layer and then start replacing the walls with something a little bit more, well, less natural, and then make it so that we can have access around it. I'm just basically going to make a cube around this area. So the reason I'm doing this is because later down the line I'm going to want to put some redstone lamps in here so we can turn on and off the XP farm as and when we choose. So we might as well make the access points now, save coming back later on and doing it, and then potentially opening up and releasing all the spiders and causing a bit of a crisis. So yeah. Plan ahead. We now have our cube, so we're now on the top. We've got space on the top, so we can obviously come here and put the redstone lamps later on. And if we come inside here, you can see it's pretty much ready to go, and I've just made a point of leaving a gap all the way around the outside so that we can just come back at some point. The reason I'm not doing it now is because we've actually not been to the nether yet and we don't have glowstone, so we can't actually make it. Next thing I'll do is climb up here, and then we can pop a slab on top of that to stop any spiders from spawning on top of there. And then we need to use some water. Now this is, we need to get 2 buckets of water, which, oh look, there we go. We've got 2. We want to pop 1 in this corner and we want to put 1 in that corner and then get rid of all the torches. That's fine. I'm going to be pushing the spiders in this direction just because that's where all my chests are at the moment and that's the way in, so, you know, it makes sense. I then need to remove these and then put these bricks on the layer directly below. So it's just going to be a case of take that one and then pop it there. Essentially like that. And job done. I've gone ahead and added an extra line of blocks here with some signs underneath and then water directly above the signs. Now the reason for this is the mobs or the spiders, when they start to come out here, they will eventually come down here and they could hit this wall. If they do that, they can climb up and then they can sit up there and well, I'm not going to kill them. So this way it will drown them and we'll get all their drops. We've also cut out this space and we need to work on the kill zone now. So for the kill zone, we'll eventually allow the water to come in here, and we have some signs here to try and block anything from coming in. So basically the water will stop there, the spiders will continue through it, and then we'll have another water stream here. Then over here we're going to need to get some walls, and we're going to want a chest. I'm thinking we'll just do the chest like this. We can probably go yeah, underneath, get some decent storage. Perfect timing. We want hoppers feeding into there, slabs on top, one more hopper there, water can go there and there, fill these blocks over here. Get some more iron because we are completely out now. Got a lot of these glowberries. They are a ladder as well as a food source. Pretty good. There's some trapdoors here. Need to start removing these individual blocks which will allow the water to flow and fill in those. And the final thing to do is to start taking the torches out and then get out quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they're spawning. And we're under attack. Great. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Okay. Safe. That should be working. So, in theory, they will all find their way over here. Here you go, we've got one already. They can't get me because of these trapdoors. Job done. Finished. So it's just a case of now making this a bit bigger and make it not feel so claustrophobic. I've come back over here because these guys are ridiculously loud. We're definitely going to need to get an off switch for this sooner rather than later. At the moment, I've just made a temporary little thing. I think I'm going to expand it as we spend more time here, but we just made it so that we can obviously access the actual spawner here if we need to go in and do anything in there. But also we can come down here and kill these little guys as and when we feel like it. And then just a case of getting XP. Wow. This is going to be pretty good. That's literally the time it took to make this. And yeah, lots and lots of XP. We are getting some stuff in there. I don't really care about the loot. That's fine. But yeah, that's good. Let's move on because we've got more to do today. And now we're back on the surface. I think it's time that we attempt to tackle some of these trees down here and see if we can get rid of some. Okay, well, I think we made some good progress here this episode. It looks... We still need to do the layering and make sure that it sort of flattens out the land down there. But yeah, I think this got some good potential. That space down there looks a lot smaller than it actually is because we're so far away. Oh, and before I forget, in the last episode we got this cool little parrot and I asked you guys to name it. It was quite late in the episode, so you may not have seen it, but here's another reminder. Please give me names in the comments section and we will name him or her in the next episode. During that time lapse, we managed to get ourselves a bunch of new resources to go along with the others. So we got a whole bunch more wood and some more leaves and some flowers and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's pretty good. Not bad. Good news, our farm's been working around in the background and we now have a stack of potatoes and a stack of seeds ready to be planted. But first, we need to flatten out the land. Okay, so I think we're just about ready to start placing down the farms. Taking a while to get here. I really do apologise. I was kind of thinking it was going to be much quicker than this, but kind of get distracted. On a side note as well, this is about halfway through episode 3 and we still haven't died yet. Let's make this interesting. I want to know in the comment section which episode you think our first death's going to fall into. Go. So I think this waterfall has to go. It's a little bit big, it's a bit in the way. Don't get me wrong, I like waterfalls, but this one's just a little bit too free. And that's it plugged in. This was quite a big waterfall. Okay, so let me just explain to you what I plan to do with this space. Now, initially I'm thinking about going old school. We want to have sort of basic village with no redstone, no villagers stuff, but just, you know, crops planted and some nice sort of village houses. We'll probably get some villagers over here. Obviously, we can go raid that other village at some point and bring them over here. That's no problem. But yeah, so as far as the top part's concerned, I think I'm going to leave that for the time being. I'm just going to focus on the lower part and focus on crops down there, and then have more of the village higher up so people can look down. I think that could look quite cool. And as I said before as well, the main part of this base is actually going to be inside the mountains underneath the ground. The outside part on this land here is more aesthetic. This is just for make it look good, essentially. Like I say, old school. We're going to have a bunch of crops that are manually planted and will be manually collected and harvested. We're going to put some oak slabs down to use as stairs, and we'll just try to fill up the areas as best we can. Now obviously we don't have a whole lot of different resources to plant, so it is a case of planting, waiting and coming back. But, you know, I quite like it. It's quite good fun to do, so I'll see you in a sec. Looks like we've got someone come to visit. Trades aren't all that good, but there is something I'd like from you. Quick log out and log back in. Best friends for life. I know what to do with these leads. And I'll leave you guys there. Okay, so that's not a bad start. We've got a decent amount of food. I've just obviously cleared a bunch of wheat and potatoes, and we've got stacks upon stacks, so we should be fine for a little while. Now, here's the thing. I'm thinking we need some sort of entrance to this area, and I spotted that little cave over there. I feel like if we could, because of the level of that, if we can try and make that meet up some on the outside, that would be the perfect place to come in. So I might have a look at that, and then maybe bring a path around here. I have this area here, or like a sort of city centre type thing. Or town centre, village centre, you know, not going to be city. But yeah, have that as sort of maybe some market stores, things like that. We'll have farms and stuff just spanning these fields over here. Over here, we're probably going to have the cows out. I'm trying to give them a little bit of room, so we might need to make some more space with a barn somewhere, possibly around here. It's all sort of up in the air, but I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have a look through there, see if I can find a way out of the cave and see what's on. Hopefully it comes out on the other side and it's not too long, and then we'll see if we can get some paths and get this thing going. While I'm at it as well, I've added some wooden fence posts here. I'm not sure, I might change it to cobblestone fences, or walls. I haven't quite decided. I'm going to see how it goes. If it doesn't really fit in or it's looking too woody, then we'll maybe add some stone in. But yeah, let's have a look. Perhaps that cave up there could do something. That one's a dead end. We'll try that one. It's a big one. It's not too far away. Pigs. Okay. We've got some pigs. That's a nice looking mountain. That is a nice looking mountain. We're quite high up here. But this could work. We've got acacia wood. This could work, you know. That definitely could work. Are they sheep? I think those might be sheep. Where does this lead up here? Okay. We can work with this. This can work. It's a goat! Hello. What do you do? Please don't hurt me. Right, so I'm thinking what I'm going to do first of all, I'm going to prioritise getting a way through here, and not so much up here, because we can add this later on, but we'll just do some sort of staircase sort of coming up and down there. But yeah, we'll work on cutting down here. We'll light it all up, make sure nothing spawns in here. Let's block that up. Ultimately, we need to light all these caves up anyway, because it's going to help with mob spawners. So yeah, we might as well do it as we go along, and then we don't have to come back. I'm out of coal. There we go. Just in time. As if by magic. Might as well get rid of anything above this layer because make it as flat as possible so we can get through nice and easy. That's a pretty flat. Is that for me? Oh, how kind. Let's get some materials. We'll flatten this out, clear that, and then climb up there and make a nice little pathway. I should really move myself closer to that side. I've got to come all the way up here every time I want to collect some materials. That's the little cave that I'm working on at the moment. So we now have a path here which gives us a more direct route up, less up and down, and we'll obviously be able to decorate this in a bit. We need to get stairs up here and stairs on the other side. This could work. It's kind of coming together. We don't want it to be too symmetrical, so we need to have some steps go out further one way or the other. I want it to look kind of broken, like things have worn away over time, so perhaps maybe get the odd slab in as well. Yeah, there's a shout. Yeah, that's fine. Then we can stretch a path around there and do the same on the other side. And then, what I was thinking was we can get some moss we can get some bone meal. And I believe if I was to do something like that... Yes. And then we can get rid of some of the stuff, but that's going to make it all overgrown and stuff. Wow, okay, yeah. This could work. And this will also help with the light, because we can then do the glowberries. Hanging down. They'll grow, they'll light it up. This... Okay. Let's try this. I'm really liking the way this is coming out. It feels... it looks so much better than I was expecting it to in my mind. It feels like a lost cave, an access path that was lost in time, forgotten by people. I wanted to do a few little tweaks with these stairs. Just want to sort of variation them up, put some slabs and some different types of blocks, and just to make them a bit more unique. So gonna crack on with that. You know what? All in all, I'm really liking this. It's just absolutely amazing. There's still a little bit to do. Obviously, the glowberries are still growing, so once they grow, we'll work out the lights and take some of the torches away. Just look over here. Obviously, we haven't got a pathway coming down here yet, but we can work on that probably later on, once we've got a better idea of where we want this to go. I'm still not 100% on all this. We'll work this out as we go along, but what we suggested earlier, I think we're going to stick with that. I just haven't figured out sort of the full layout properly yet. But yeah, loving this. Absolutely loving this. I feel like this moss is great. It's a great colour. It works really well, and it's so easy to lay down. These stairs and these slabs and stuff, it just works really well. It just obviously, I kind of, in my mind, as I said before, I envisioned that this at one point in the distant past was the main entrance in through the mountains. But obviously it's been lost in time, so we'll obviously have to do some sort of more work down the bottom there just to sort of work on that. But I think in here this works really well, and like I say, we will get these glowberries to come down. They'll get lit up. I hear a skeleton. We'll get them lit up if we have to, or bone mill them, and we'll get some lights, and then we'll get rid of the torches, so that's fine. Really liking as well that we've added a few random blocks here and there just to sort of make the walls a bit more interesting. We could definitely do more of that if you guys sort of think it's an idea. Hi guys, I've left this open because it's a good cave to explore. But yeah, we'll definitely do more like that if you think we need it. As round here, I think I'm loving this. I like the fact that we've got some steps broken, missing steps sort of thing, and then we've got like here where it's sort of grown out, overgrown, and sort of weathered by time, essentially. I think it's looking really good, and we've done that in quite a lot of different places. This pathway itself is, I like it. It's good. Originally I was thinking about going as a direct path down, but I think it works so much better like this. It just, I say, it has that effect. And just imagine once those glowberries go all the way down, that's going to look amazing. It's going to look amazing. And then again, up here, we just doing the same. Of course, I'm trying to sort of decorate round the edges, but we'll go deeper in the case once we get to it. Up here, we haven't done anything further, so again, at some point we will make some sort of pathway down there. But what I want to do when I make this pathway is hide it the best I can. Make it sort of concealed within the mountains if possible. So yeah, that's a project for another day anyway. But all in all, I'm thinking this is looking really good. I'm loving this. I'm really happy with it. At the start of this episode, I didn't have in my mind that it was going to be anything like this. I mean, obviously I knew I was going to be working down there, but I didn't think that we'd have that cave entrance done. But yeah, I'm really liking this. We've got a decent supply of food now. As you can see, we've got 26 baked potatoes, plus we've got a whole bunch of wheat. So we need to breed up those cows at some point, make some farms for them. But yeah, we're starting to get good. The only thing I would say is obviously our diamond gear is starting to get a bit worn. Obviously we did really well in episode 1 to get all that, so we'll have to look at either getting replacements or getting these enchanted up sooner rather than later. But, unfortunately, I think we are out of time for today. So if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and obviously tell your friends about it too, because if you like it, there's a good chance that they will too. As always, I've been Geeky Gamer. You've been awesome. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.